Introduction to First Contact and its Significance. Imagine this. We're not alone. Somewhere out in the vastness of space, an intelligent alien civilization is watching us, or perhaps even trying to communicate. The possibility of first contact with extraterrestrial life has intrigued humanity for centuries. It's a subject of science fiction, but it's also a topic that serious scientists, governments, and space agencies like NASA and SETI are actively considering. What would we do if we actually made contact with an alien species? How would humanity respond? The idea of alien life has been part of our collective imagination for as long as we've been looking up at the stars. From ancient civilizations speculating about gods and beings in the sky to modern theories about extraterrestrial civilizations, the idea of first contact has long been a thrilling, albeit frightening concept. But as we advance scientifically, the notion of finding extraterrestrial life is becoming increasingly plausible. Why is the topic of how humanity would respond to alien life so important? Because it forces us to confront some of our deepest philosophical questions. Who are we in the grand scheme of the universe? What would it mean for us to share the cosmos with other forms of intelligent life? Would we be prepared, as a species, to meet them face to face? These questions aren't just speculative. They're rooted in the work of scientists, diplomats, and even ethicists who are already laying the groundwork for how we might respond when that first signal is received, or that first encounter occurs. Throughout history, humans have pondered this very idea through science fiction, speculation, and even serious academic study. Yet, as of now, we have no concrete answers. But what we do know is that if extraterrestrial life does exist and we do make contact, it will change everything we know about ourselves, our place in the universe, and the future of our civilization. The concept of First Contact Protocol refers to the hypothetical processes and procedures that would be put into place should humanity make contact with extraterrestrial intelligence. While no official protocol currently exists, there are numerous theories, discussions, and frameworks on how the first contact could unfold. Scientists, astronomers, and even world leaders have considered how we might prepare for and respond to such an unprecedented event. As we continue to search for life beyond Earth, whether through space missions, radio telescopes, or the study of extremophiles, our expectations and understanding of what extraterrestrial life might look like have expanded significantly. In the coming decades, humanity may very well face the reality of extraterrestrial contact, and our ability to respond appropriately will likely determine how we shape the future of intergalactic relations. But how should we prepare for such a groundbreaking moment in human history? This video will explore what the First Contact Protocol might look like, how scientists are preparing for it, and the various theories on how humanity could respond. The importance of a well-thought-out approach cannot be overstated because how we respond to first contact could have profound implications on the future of our civilization, our technological development, and our very existence. Stay with us as we dive deeper into this fascinating and ever-relevant topic. How could humanity respond to alien life? The search for extraterrestrial intelligence and preparation for contact. The search for extraterrestrial intelligence, SETI, has been an ongoing endeavor for over half a century. From the moment we developed the technology to send signals into space and receive them back, the idea of contacting an alien civilization became a tangible goal. Yet, despite decades of searching, we still have not received any definitive signals from intelligent life beyond Earth. Still, the question looms large. What happens when we do? And how do we prepare for an encounter that could change the course of human history? The search for extraterrestrial intelligence is not limited to radio signals alone. Over the years, scientists have expanded the scope of their search, studying exoplanets, searching for chemical signatures that might indicate life, and analyzing unusual astronomical phenomena for signs of artificial activity. One of the most famous efforts is the search for technosignatures, which are signs that a technologically advanced civilization might be broadcasting signals into space. The discovery of technosignatures, such as a peculiar signal from the star system Proxima Centauri in 2018, has fueled speculation that we might be closer to finding evidence of alien intelligence than we think. However, as exciting as the search for signals is, scientists know that the absence of contact doesn't mean we should stop preparing. In fact, One of the most important aspects of the First Contact Protocol is that humanity should be ready for any eventuality. And this readiness goes beyond simply listening for a signal. The protocols being discussed are multifaceted, involving government organizations, international cooperation, scientific bodies, and even religious and philosophical institutions. One of the first things to consider is the possibility of detecting a signal or encounter. If a signal is detected by a radio telescope, like the famed Arecibo Observatory in Puerto Rico, or the newer, more advanced systems at the Green Bank Observatory, the first step would be to verify the authenticity of the signal. This process can take months, as researchers would need to eliminate the possibility of it being natural phenomena, interference, or even a man-made signal. Once the signal is confirmed, the next step would be to analyze its content. Is it a simple, repetitive signal like a beacon? Or is it more complex, perhaps carrying information or a message? One significant challenge is the language barrier. Even if we receive a signal, how can we possibly interpret it if we don't share a common language or method of communication? One theory suggests that if we were to receive a mathematical or scientific sequence, such as prime numbers or simple geometric shapes, it could serve as a universal language that both humans and aliens would understand. This is the basis of the so-called message-in-a-bottle theory, trying to send a message that is so universally understandable that any advanced intelligence could recognize it as intentional communication. Simultaneously, the search for microbial life in our solar system and beyond is ongoing. Missions to Mars, the moons of Jupiter and Saturn, and more distant bodies are currently in place, with the hope of finding life in forms more akin to microbes. While this type of life would not necessarily require a first contact protocol, the discovery of microbial life in our own solar system would still force humanity to reconsider its place in the universe. If life can exist on Mars or in the subsurface oceans of Europa, it's not a huge leap to imagine intelligent life existing elsewhere in the cosmos. But what if the contact is not through a radio signal, but instead through direct encounter? This could be the most overwhelming scenario, one that scientists and governments have considered deeply. The question arises, should humanity respond to an alien species immediately, or should we proceed with caution? Should we try to establish communication or wait for them to make the next move? And what would we do if the aliens had hostile intentions? The various theories around how humanity might respond to first contact typically fall into one of three categories: cautious, open, or defensive. The cautious approach emphasizes careful study and the need to avoid rushing into any actions that could result in disaster. This approach advocates for international cooperation and a multidisciplinary team of scientists and experts who would analyze the alien encounter from every possible angle, including biological, technological, and ethical considerations. The open approach, on the other hand, suggests that if we encounter an alien species, we should make efforts to communicate, share knowledge, and potentially form alliances or exchanges. This perspective is often seen as optimistic, believing that the encounter could lead to mutual benefit and the advancement of both civilizations. The open approach is grounded in the hope that extraterrestrials might be peaceful and open to cooperation, helping humanity solve pressing problems like climate change, energy, and space exploration. Then there is the defensive approach, which considers the possibility that alien life may not come in peace. Some theorists and experts, such as renowned physicist Stephen Hawking, have suggested that encountering an alien species might not be a friendly affair. If an advanced civilization discovered Earth, it might exploit us, colonize us, or even attempt to destroy us for resources. This school of thought often recommends a more cautious approach, with strategies for self-preservation, including preparing for the worst-case scenario. Yet another perspective involves the potential for a more neutral approach, which could involve waiting to see if extraterrestrial life initiates contact. By not making any immediate moves, humanity would essentially wait to see if the aliens demonstrate any interest in us, or if they are content to simply observe us from afar. This stance mirrors how scientists and researchers are currently behaving. With their search efforts, there's no rush, just a slow and methodical process of discovery. Each of these potential responses comes with its own set of risks and rewards. The need for international collaboration cannot be overstated. With so much at stake, a global response to first contact would be crucial. This would likely involve the UN or other world organizations, and it would demand diplomacy, transparency, and cooperation from all countries to prevent any rash actions or misunderstandings. But the most important factor in the response to first contact would likely be public reaction. How would humanity at large react to the news that we are not alone? Would it unify us, or would it drive fear and division? Some experts predict that the revelation of extraterrestrial life could have a profound psychological and cultural impact on human society. Religious, philosophical, and even political ideologies might be tested as people struggle to reconcile their place in the universe with the reality of intelligent alien life, ethical and philosophical implications, and the future of human aliens. Relations. As we near the possibility of first contact, it's clear that the encounter would not only challenge our scientific understanding and technological capabilities, but would also bring to the forefront deep ethical, philosophical, and societal questions. The interaction with extraterrestrial life, whether microbial or intelligent, could force humanity to rethink fundamental concepts like life, intelligence, morality, and our place in the cosmos. One of the most significant ethical considerations is how we treat alien life, particularly intelligent life. If we are contacted by a species that possesses advanced technology and knowledge, should we treat them as equals, or is there a risk that we might view them as a threat or as subjects to be exploited? This dilemma echoes past human history, where encounters with indigenous peoples led to exploitation and colonization. Some critics of the open approach to first contact worry that if we make ourselves too vulnerable or eager for cooperation, we might repeat the mistakes of history, where more advanced civilizations dominate or destroy less advanced ones. On the other hand, the ethical responsibility to communicate peacefully and respectfully could be seen as an extension of humanity's evolving moral landscape. Over the centuries, we've expanded our concept of human rights and the ethical treatment of other species on Earth. Many argue that encountering intelligent extraterrestrial beings should push us further along this path, requiring us to demonstrate diplomacy, understanding, and respect. In this scenario, the First Contact Protocol would emphasize the peaceful exchange of knowledge and cultural understanding, with an emphasis on mutual benefit and cohabitation. One area that stands to benefit greatly from the peaceful cooperation between humans and extraterrestrials is science. The exchange of knowledge, especially regarding space travel, energy, biology, and technology, could lead to unprecedented advancements in human capabilities. Imagine a future where humanity learns to harness energy sources far beyond our current understanding, or where we have access to technologies that allow for faster-than-light travel or efficient space colonization. Such possibilities could significantly shape the future of human civilization, potentially allowing us to thrive and spread across the cosmos. However, the arrival of alien technology or knowledge could also present significant risks. What happens if extraterrestrial technology is too advanced for us to comprehend or control? Some theorists warn that the sharing of such technology could unintentionally lead to unforeseen consequences. For example, a species might share advanced energy, technologies that we're not yet ready to handle, which could result in environmental collapse or misuse. There's also the question of what would happen if aliens shared information that could destabilize the balance of power on Earth, potentially leading to political unrest or even war. Beyond the ethical considerations of contact, there are philosophical questions about humanity's role in the universe. If extraterrestrial life is discovered, it would force us to confront our own insignificance in the grand cosmic scheme. For millennia, humanity has believed that we were the pinnacle of life in the universe. The discovery of alien civilizations could challenge this worldview and force us to reconsider our assumptions about human exceptionalism. It might even raise questions about the purpose of life itself. If other intelligent species have developed their own civilizations, what does it mean for humanity's place in the greater narrative of the cosmos? Religious and spiritual beliefs would also be deeply impacted by first contact. Throughout history, many cultures have constructed their worldview around the idea that humans are unique in the universe, created in the image of a higher power. The existence of extraterrestrial life could challenge these beliefs and cause widespread existential crises or lead to new forms of religious thought that incorporate alien life into spiritual teachings. Would the discovery of alien civilizations be seen as a divine revelation Or would it create conflict within religious communities? The future of human-alien relations could also take many forms, depending on how the first contact unfolds. If the contact is peaceful and mutual, it could lead to a new era of interstellar cooperation. We might imagine a future where humans and aliens work together to solve common challenges like resource depletion, intergalactic exploration, or even the preservation of life itself in the face of cosmic threats, such as supernova or black holes. This collaboration could be the beginning of a vast, intergalactic community that spans galaxies, allowing humanity to become part of a larger, more diverse civilization. However, as previously discussed, the possibility of hostile contact cannot be entirely ruled out. If the aliens view us as a threat, or if we misinterpret their intentions, the consequences could be catastrophic. The defense strategies considered by experts might not just be about military preparedness, but also involve a deeper understanding of alien psychology and culture. Some theories propose that alien civilizations, even if technologically superior, might have evolved a different approach to conflict resolution, perhaps even seeing war and violence as primitive or unnecessary. However, this is purely speculative, and we can only guess how alien societies might behave. Ultimately, humanity's response to first contact will depend on how we as a species choose to approach the unknown. Will we be filled with fear, rushing to defend ourselves from an imaginary threat? Or will we embrace the unknown with curiosity, eager to learn and grow in the presence of an intelligent and peaceful civilization? The way we choose to react will shape not only our future, but also the future of all life on Earth. As we continue to search the stars and scan the skies, one thing is certain: first contact, if it happens, will challenge humanity in ways we cannot yet fully imagine. But if we are prepared, both scientifically and ethically, we might just be ready for this momentous event. Perhaps the greatest takeaway from all of this is that first contact is not just about aliens, it's about us. It's a test of our maturity as a species, our ability to adapt, and our capacity for kindness and cooperation. How we respond to the question of, are we alone, may one day define our legacy in the universe. In closing, let's ask ourselves, if the message came today, how would we respond? Would we approach it with open minds and hearts, or would fear and skepticism hold us back? The answers to these questions could shape the future of humanity and its place among the stars.